Hi, it's time for a new progress video for my New Year goals of 2023. This one is a little bit hard to remember. I had another episode of epilepsy last week, so reading back some of the stuff I did in my journals as well as in the spreadsheet, it's confronting. I'm gonna improvise this video a lot. Don't know how long it will take, if it's brief or long, but I want to jump right into the details. So we left off here, Sunday the 16th of July. That was when I ordered some Cybertruck hoodies, which I ended up not keeping for myself. I gave them all away to friends and family. Feels good. But now I need to order order another. Um, yeah, wake up times have been excellent. Waking up quite early in the morning. This one stands out the past 2 weeks. Waking up at 5 o'clock, just so I can do my run, my workout in the morning, so I have time for other stuff in the evening. I also made a brief short, I think, that morning. I honestly don't remember that well. Oh yeah, I remember a little. Yeah. So change your life in the morning. I think if you want to win some time back to improve your life, it's best to do so in the morning. Yeah, you prepare yourself for the next day to do some whatever you need to do in your life to improve. You set an alarm, and once you wake up at the alarm, you have the choice to make. Do I stick to my word and go for it? Or am I gonna oversleep and do it the next day? Or never? Yeah, and rather than do it in the evening, I think it's especially important to do it in the morning when you least feel like it, to determine if it's important to you or not. And yeah, I didn't say that in that video, but that's sort of the message I want to give with it. If you can do it in the morning, you can stick to it and it's important to you. And also, where do you see people in the morning changing their lives? There are some tough people out there in the gym or running or working early, whatever, but there's not a lot. So there may be something about it that's not that easy to change your life. But if you want it, and you can do it in the morning, you'll see enormous benefits. I promise you. Okay, so the next day, nothing all too special. Workouts have been consistent for a while. Running also. My schedule is going very well for my 10 kilo marathon. And the runs are getting easier. Maybe that's because some of the longer runs have been in like 30 degrees, which, yeah, help me prepare for the days when the temperature is a little bit lower. And I've taken notice of that the past 2 Saturdays where I did a 21 kilometer run and 16 kilometer run. They have been so effortless almost. Of course, it took some effort. Like I'm still running a decent distance with a 10 kilo vest, so it doesn't come easy. But yeah, I feel myself getting in shape, and it feels good, of course. Going back to this first week on Wednesday, I saw a story from an epilepsy uh, organization for which I run the 10 kilo marathon, and they shared a story, and it reminded me of why I want to do this goal, why I think this is important, and why it keeps me going. Yeah, through all this pretty tough training. It was nice. It made me emotional, and yeah, I'm not in any way embarrassed or ashamed of that. I'm proud of what I do, and if I can help these people in any way, um, yeah, it's worth the effort. Next day, yeah, I decided to make a live life in crescendo of it, which I'm very, very, very passionate about. The best work is still ahead of you. That's the main message, and it gives me such a peaceful feeling. Like you can stress about everything you've done in the past, or you can focus on the great work that's still ahead of you and just be proud of where you came from. It's a liberating feeling to live your life in crescendo, that the best work is still ahead of you. I feel that becoming true almost every day. It's an amazing feeling. Also, that day, I spoke with my brother. He had some news to share. I'm very glad he shared it. I'm very proud of him, and I'm thankful for the conversation we had. And right after that conversation, I just jumped outside and I broke my pull-up record from 24 to 25 just out of the blue. I felt so good that it was almost like steroids. Uh, yeah, very proud of that. Um, Also, I've been working hard at my job. I do what I can and I try to learn as fast as I can, but I know, of course, I cannot do everything on my own. At least not yet. Nah, I'm very, very happy with the team that I'm part of, and those guys deliver amazing work, and I enjoy my work every day. That's what I think is also important. If you can go to your work every day and enjoy it, you're in a good spot. But if you cannot enjoy or cannot be satisfied from the work you do and deliver, then you need to search for something else, or at least search for another angle to see your work. Because ultimately, you spend roughly 25% of your life working, like of the actual time. Another 30% is spent in bed, sleeping. So why would you waste your time at work being miserable, doing stuff you don't want to do, you're not proud of, you're not satisfied by? Why would you work at all? Like, what work would you do if you no longer had to work for money? Most people say, I would go on a great vacation, blah, 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 whatever. I would not work anymore. But I think you still want to contribute to society in some way. And that's the question I think you need to answer first before you look for a job. What would you do if you no longer had to work for money? Find a way to earn money living that way, and I promise you that's probably the best decision you can make. At least I can promise you that from my own experience. Okay, so yeah, this weekend, the middle of the past 2 weeks, I spent some time with friends, had an amazing time partying, saw some people that were on vacation, a long vacation, and it was good seeing them again. And also, this weekend I had another episode of epilepsy coming up. Uh, Honestly, I don't remember much of the past 2 weeks. Even this past week, when the epilepsy was basically gone, I still have some foggy memories, a hard time remembering what I've done exactly when certain things happened. And yeah, it just sucks. There's nothing. Yeah, there's no other way to say it. It just sucks. I want to be rid of this. But until then, I can still make the best of my situation. Um, don't want to spend too much time complaining about my epilepsy. I had a good work week again, delivering as much good work and yeah, trying to satisfy as many customers as possible in the best way possible. But you also have to live with the fact that you cannot satisfy everyone, and yeah, sometimes you have to do work for the greater good, and you find a way to live with it. But again, I couldn't have been more lucky with my current team. Okay, and of course, I spent some time volleyballing again with friends. That's always a very great time to relax and empty my mind or whatever is on my mind. Mm. And also that Wednesday, I did a particular workout, 11 times 11 rather than 10 times 10 for my pull-ups. Yeah, also a way to renew. Was an odd number and it felt just good. So I think being creative with your workouts is helpful in keeping you going and keeping it enjoyable to see what you can do and to see how you can improve. Also, this week I spent some time with my brothers and had some nice conversations, relaxing about our goals, our work, and our current struggles in life. And yesterday, on Saturday, I had maybe like 3 hours of sleep. Still decided to wake up early to do my running, my training. And for some reason, um, and this just blows my mind, it was not my fastest 10 mile, but my third fastest. But that includes, of course, the running without a 10 kilo vest. And to think that this run that felt so effortless was like the third fastest 16 kilometer run I've done, which I've probably done like 20, maybe more. Yeah, it bodes well for the future. And of course, today I need to make us New Year goals 2 week progress video. So that's why I have another hour starting my own business. It's tough because I don't feel like it all the times, especially today. I have some sleep deprivation. I need to catch up on some sleep, even though my score is pretty good today. I was really tired, and the next 2 weeks will be quite challenging to get enough sleep in, and also get my workouts in and my work and do everything I want to do. But I'm prepared for it, at least mentally, sort of. Yeah, and again, it was hard remembering the past 2 weeks. Luckily, a journal helps. And that's pretty much all I want to say about the past 2 weeks. So the next 2 weeks, of course, will be quite challenging. I have a lot of work to do, but it's mostly enjoyable work. So I'm much looking forward to it. I try to focus on my sleep, getting enough rest, and also to journal a little bit better. Reading will probably, yeah, suffer a little bit in my progress. I have time planned for after the summer to catch up on some reading. Right now, it just doesn't fit well in my daily schedule. And one thing I want to end with today, I did a workout inspired by David Goggins, and he called it nickels and dimes. So every minute, you do 2 sets of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and I can roughly do those 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10 in 40 seconds. giving you 20 seconds to rest. And after 5 minutes, you're like worn out to the... Wow. It's an amazing workout, but I managed to fulfill 5 minutes 2 times. So 5 minutes of nickels and dimes, a 5 kilometer relaxing run, and then another 5 minutes of nickels and dimes. Another way to renew yourself and challenge yourself. And I'm very glad to find that workout. Very simple, not easy. I will not be making a lot of videos in the next 2 weeks, I think. I just don't have the time and don't find it enjoyable enough at the moment. There's not much I currently have to talk about, but maybe I will change my mind. I mean, I'm not bound to anything. This is just me exploring my limits, whatever suits me, and also, yeah, just speaking out loud, getting my thoughts on paper, well, on video. And I find it helpful. There's nothing more I want to say, so I'm gonna end this video. I'll see you in the next 2 weeks. I love you, dear stranger.